Hello everybody. Today we are back for another day of virtual garden school. Our topic of the day is a secret. You have to figure out what our topic is today. I have a simple riddle that you are going to try and solve, and then we're going to go on a little scavenger hunt. Let's start with our riddle. The answer to this riddle is our topic of the day. The riddle is, I have 5 things drawn on my whiteboard. I have a can of beans, some peas, like those little green peas that you eat, an avocado pit. When you cut open an avocado, you'll find its pit on the inside, a coconut, and some coffee beans. I have a cup of coffee drawn here for the coffee beans. What do these 5 things have in common? Are you seeing any things that are the same? Anything that's different? I notice some of these things are round. Some of these can be turned into something else. Can you eat all of these things? The answer to our riddle is that all 5 of these things are seeds. So some of you might remember our plant life cycle. Looking at our plant life cycle, we can figure out the answers to 2 of our questions. So our guiding questions are, why are seeds important? Our other question is, where do seeds come from? So I have a nice big fava bean seed right here. If I took this fava bean seed and planted it into the ground, what would start to happen to this little seed? I think that it would sprout. When something is a sprout, it means it's just a teeny baby plant. This little baby plant doesn't stay a baby forever. It starts to grow. It starts to get different shaped leaves that are bigger, and it starts to grow taller, and its roots start to get deeper. I call this the growth phase. Once our plant has been in its growth phase for a while, it will start to do something really special. A plant will make a flower. And this flower is very, very, very precious because this flower also changes into something different. This flower will change into a fruit or a seed. And now our plant has gone to fruit. How does our plant get from its fruit back to its seed phase? If we are looking at our apple tree, the apples, what is inside of an apple when you cut it in half? Inside of our apples, we find our seeds. So can we answer now the question, where do seeds come from? So our seeds come from their plants. We know where seeds have come from. Can you think of any reasons why seeds are important? One of the reasons why seeds are so important is because we can eat them. How about we take a little scavenger hunt into our kitchens and see how many seeds we can find? Before we do that, let's take a little mindful moment together. Our mindful moment today is gonna be a short stretch. If you wanna get up, you can stretch with me. I'm gonna start off as a little tiny seed down at the bottom of your screen. I'm just gonna try and get my body going by growing up nice and tall. You can stay crouched. I like to move my body side to side, and I'm gonna stand all the way up and into my growth phase, and I'm gonna reach for the sky, and maybe my leaves come out to the side. can do this as many times as you need to stretch your body all the way up. Now that we have taken a moment to stretch, let's go into my kitchen and go on a little scavenger hunt. Welcome to my kitchen. We are now gonna take our edible seed scavenger hunt. What does it mean when what does it mean? What does an edible seed mean? What does the word edible mean? It means that you can eat it. We're gonna find a bunch of different seeds that we can eat in my kitchen. There are a bunch of different things in my kitchen that have edible seeds in them. I don't have all of these things, but I have enough of them. You might not have all of these different things, but just try and find as many as you can. Okay, the first thing on my scavenger hunt is to find some coffee beans. I have to drink coffee every single day. So I have it right here in my cabinet. Let's take a look. You might only have coffee that is ground up already. These are the full coffee beans before they get ground up. They grow on trees inside of a little teeny fruit that looks like a cherry. And then these little seeds are normally white when they come out of their fruit. And then they are roasted, which is what makes them nice and dark brown. Coffee is one of my favorite smells. All right, so we found our coffee beans. I don't have any corn right now. You might have frozen corn or canned corn or fresh corn at home. On the corn, try and figure out which part is the seeds. Our next thing that I do have is rice. Here is my bag of rice. This is some brown basmati rice that I have. You might have white rice or sushi rice, or you might also have brown rice like me. Let's take a look at these seeds right here. How do these seeds look different than the coffee beans that we just looked at? I noticed that these are much smaller than coffee beans, and they are super long and skinny. What are some ways that you like to eat your rice at home? The next seed that I'm gonna find in my kitchen are beans. I don't have any dried beans right now, but I do have some canned beans right now. I have some kidney beans, some black beans. These are our refried beans, and some garbanzo beans right here. Do these all look the same? If we don't know what our garbanzo beans look like, let's go ahead and open up a can. So I opened up a can of the garbanzo beans to take a look. Look at how different these look from both our rice and our coffee beans. These are canned garbanzo beans, so they are nice and big and full of moisture. Our next item on our scavenger hunt are peas. I don't have peas right now. I also don't have peanut butter. Peanut butter isn't really my favorite, so I don't buy it, but you will probably have peanut butter or another nut butter like almond butter or sunflower seed butter could also count for your scavenger hunt. But the very last thing that I do have is pasta. Here is my pasta. You might also find pasta in your mac and cheese boxes or as spaghetti noodles. How is pasta a seed? Weird. What is pasta made out of? Let's take a closer look at the ingredients in our pasta. The very first ingredient is called semolina, which is wheat. Wheat grows kind of like grass, and it grows really, really tall, and at the top it has a bunch of seeds. We take those seeds and we grind it up, and we turn it into flour. And we take flour and we turn it into things like pasta or bread or cookies. That's all for today. I'm so excited for you to get started on your own edible seed scavenger hunt. Bye.